everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green today, and please keep in mind discipline is the key to your success. What a very interesting day. Some really nice trends to be a day trader. We have Amazon laying off 17,000 workers, more than 17,000 workers. We have gold breaking out. We have the New York Stock Exchange breaking out. We have just a crazy market. We have some beat down names as well breaking out with some really nice candles. So let's take a look at the charts. The oscillators for the NASDAQ 140. So this is New York Stock Exchange. Nice push up on that today. Very nice push up. Held strong as well. And you can see this is the oscillators for the New York Stock Exchange. So we're at a 105. We have plenty of room to move in either direction. The SPX weekly, you can see we're trading in this little bear flag here with three tight dojis. And you can see breath is pushing up as well. You can also see the dollar. Strong day yesterday. Give it half of it back today. VIX, not much to see there. Another down day. You can see the VIX here. We did gap up yesterday, held it fairly well, pulled back today. Big down candle right here at the end of the day. Crude, two big down days. There are some short opportunities there. I really thought our energy names were getting ready to break out due to crude trying to break out, but this MACD's rolled over. It does not look good there. Apple inside bar after a big down day yesterday does not look good there. You can see the intraday chart. You can see the move down yesterday. Intraday chopped around, pull back. We had this big push up. A very nice move today there when we did push up. And you can see the gold chart. We broke out yesterday, held it today, and pushed higher. Now, this is a breakout on volume, so that's a good sign. Is it time to buy physical gold? Well, I prefer to day trade. And my favorite name I added here, it's a name I call out in the Discord all the time. It is my favorite name to trade for gold names. We will take a look at that chart. The advanced decline lines have turned up. You can see we held the 9. We come down, touched the 9, bounced on all from the New York Stock Exchange, and of course we can see that the S&P 500, the S&P small mid caps, S&P small caps, all the advanced decline lines turning up. AbbVie closed back above the 9 and 20. Will we see some upside there? We'll see. AMD still bear flagging, kind of back above this 9, but on the daily, but just a weak chart. AMD weekly trying to push up here, did end up pulling back. And you can see the 9 and 20 wanting to roll over. You can see a firm. A firm had a big day today. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. Look at this move up. I did not have this on the radar, but you can see this big push up right into yesterday's high, basically yesterday's open. And that's basically where it was rejected at. This is why we have to keep an eye on our previous day's highs and lows. And you can see Aflac here still trading in that broadening wedge. Amazon intraday chart, big pullback at open. Then we had a nice rip. So this was opportunities. Big pullback provided another opportunity. We got some opportunities in here. The chop was real, and it will chew you up. Look at this big move at the end of the day due to Amazon's laying off more than 17,000 people. And you can see Amazon weekly. We've talked about that bear pennant. AMC bear flag. You can see AMC has had some wild moves here at pre-market or yesterday at market open. It ripped and then sold. One of our Discord members got at least a 30%. I think it was a 30% trade off of that. You can see it tried to push in pre-market, sold off at market open. Just choppy. I mean, I know a lot of people that's hard to trade for the people wanting the big trades and wanting to get in stuff and sit into it. For me, this is just straight money. I mean, there's very nice trends today. Amazon daily was trading in between this 9 and 20. Got this big move up after hours. So if we can open up over this 20, we may be able to see a move up on that. That news is a pretty big deal. Apple, we've talked about this descending triangle. You can see Apple right now is below weekly support. See where we open tomorrow. Remember, these weekly candles don't close until Friday after market closes. ARC, big down day yesterday. Recovered it today. I like it better. above those candle lines there. Boeing, huge move today. This provided some opportunities at market open. I actually took 30% off of this. I wish I would have stayed into it longer. I actually cut it trying to get back into SPX. I should have just stayed into it. You can see BABA here, this breakout today. Really nice move. Look at how your bands are opening up. Really nice move on volume. Strong. Bitcoin's not much to see there. It's trading at that weekly 9 is resistance. Daily's not much to see there. You can see Boeing here, huge move up. It didn't do a whole lot. It did push right up at the end of the day, but after the big move, initial move, I mean, that was a trade opportunity coming down off your 20. That could have been a trade opportunity. But there, I definitely left more meat on the bone than what I wanted to. A Caterpillar still holding this 9. Still, that's not a bad looking chart. Charge point, we had a big move up last week, and this week we have given it all back. This is actually a reversal signal. This candle right here is called dark cloud cover, and we did not get the move down. We tried to get a move down. The 9 acted as a support level, but that is a bearish reversal signal, so we can keep an eye on that chart. And you can see Chewy here, big down candle yesterday, not much love today. Watch this line, draw your line across the bottom of these candle bodies. You got a hammer. It's just a minor support level, but they will act as a support level. So you do got a hammer candle at a support level, but we're not. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a move up off of that or not off of that signal. Uh, Looks more like it wants to come down. XLP higher, still got these lower highs here. Crowd, you can see crowd, we got this move down off this double top here, got a nice move down. We did push up yesterday, big down day, closed above the 9 Friday, big down day yesterday, still holding this 9. So we need room, we got to get below that 9 if we're going to look for a move down. Uh, you can see CVX here tried to push back up and recovers. Take a look at the intraday chart. Choppy, you can see it moved up at market open and just chopped around. DraftKings, we did close back above the 9 today. I like this, depending on where we open tomorrow. If we can open up above these candles, we can look for a move up. I meant to add Lucid. I meant to add a couple of charts that we had on the radar today, and I forgot about it. You can see EA here, big move up. We're not surprised on this one. Getting this big candle last week, Friday closing with this little hammer candle here, basically an inside bar, but a hammer at the 9. So we're not surprised it's had a move up. We actually kind of called for that. You can see Lilly here. Lily's showing some weakness. Looks like we're trying to round a little bit. I would not want to be the first one in to short that stock. It may pull back, but I would definitely not want to be the first one in to short it. I want to take another look at that. XLE. So this is the energy sector. Chart looks just like ExxonMobil. Pull back today. You can see it recovered. Look where the resistance was. We did push up to the 9, pull back. Look where we closed, matching the candle lines there. You can see energy. We had a crude report at 4:30, I believe, that caused all that action. First Solar, we have broken out of the head and shoulders pattern. We have not lost this support level yet. It's another one I wouldn't want to be the first one in to try to short. Google, big down candle today. You can see the cues here. So this is the daily chart for the cues. We are laying on this 9. 9 is your daily 9 is still support, but just the cues are much weaker than the SPY. You can see that on the weekly charts. You can see intraday here, big move down and open, then a big recovery, then pulling back. A lot of really great action for my style of trading. This is print, 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 print in both directions. I mean, just an awesome day for my type of strategies. Qs, this is the weekly chart I was just talking about. You can see the pullback, much weaker than what the SPY and the SPX is trading. Right now, we're still above this weekly support. I do think we're going to revisit the lows there. We're going to look at the monthly chart as well again. So you can see this push up on. So is what TLT is doing here, the bonds are doing, they're gapping up and then pulling back, gapping up and pulling back. Keep that in mind. You could use that for a strategy. You can trade options on TLT. It could gap up tomorrow and it could pull back again. When you see this, it's definitely, you can see it does this a lot. So we may be able to get a move on that. IWM, three dojis down here under the 209 coming down on it to apply pressure, 20s coming down on it to apply pressure. That's IWM weekly. IWM daily, not a bad look here, but we're stuck in between just 9 and 20. Just traded on an inside candle today. Stuck in between that 9 and 20 on the daily. I do not like being there. You got to have room if you want to make money, especially with options. So it takes momentum to make money with options. The way we trade options anyway, we're not doing spreads and we're trading single legs. That way, there's no limits on our trades. So you can only make this much. So you can actually lose. A lot of times, a spread you can lose more than what you can make. We're not selling covered calls. We are in here uh, leveraging our money with options, making the most we possibly can. And anybody can do this. Anybody can follow our strategies. It just requires some discipline, and that is the key. You can see IWM traded pretty strong today. Actually, we did pull back on the FOMC minutes released. IWM looked good, and that's because the banks. We had a nice push up in the banks today, and the banks are a good sized part of the IWM. And when we see the banks run, we can usually see some action in IWM, and that's exactly what we got today. You can see Lee Auto, it pushed up today as well. Macy's, what a move today. Wow. I mean, for Macy's to close over $1, that's a big move for Macy's. It really is. We closed back above all the major moving averages with a strong bullish engulfing candle. This needs to be on everybody's radar. We did give a little bit back in the afternoon, but that needs to be on everybody's radar tomorrow. And let me explain why, because this is a pattern that we talk about in Discord all the time. You got a contraction, you got expansion, and then you got trend. So, our contraction phase, then we went into the expansion phase, and now hopefully we're getting ready to start a nice trending phase. Get a nice trend up would be nice. Mara, crypto names were on the radar today. 20 was resistance. We did pull back and close at the 20. If we can gap up over that 20 or push up over that 20, I'm bullish. Not bullish sitting right at that 20. We need to be over that 20. Merck got an upgrade this morning. I did expect a little more, but Merck is a slow mover. I thought we would get a better move off of that. Also, Meta, this is a downtrend I was calling out yesterday. When Meta was pushing, I was like, watch this downtrend. Be careful. Downtrends is resistance. That's the downtrend I was talking about. Today, we closed, actually just got a small doji over top of that. Outside of the Bollinger Bands, bands are opening up. And you can see Meta here pushed up uh, at market open. We pulled back, then it pushed up. You can see this could count as an intraday head and shoulders pattern. It formed right at the end of the day. You would have to mark this off and look for a move down. That's done. We'll look for price action tomorrow. MU was another one that was on the radar today. Nice move here. Big gap up. Nice move there. Made a strong move. And pre-market, just opposite with Microsoft. Microsoft got a downgrade today. This was on the radar. Big move down on that name. And you can see intraday action here. Just ugly move this week. You can see, we've only had 2 days. Look at this big bearish candle we've put in the last 2 days on that weekly chart. Moderna still holding this 50, 9 and 20. The 9's on its way down. The 20 needs to turn down. MACD is bearish. Which way are we going to go? Will we push off this 50 or will we lose the 50? If we lose the 50, look for support here at the bottom of your little, because we got this cup and handle, small handle we put in. Look for support down at the bottom of this handle if we do pull back. It's worth watching, worth trading. Looks like some pretty tough action today on the intraday chart. I can imagine what this looks like on a 1 minute chart. Money to be made there. MU, look at this push up today. Strong move. Boeing and MU were pushing. There was quite a few names pushing. Just a lot, we used a SPY to trade the bills. we use the SPY to pay the bills. I personally trade SPX most of the time. But there was a lot of other intraday moves. So while you're waiting on the market to chop, you can go after these names we call honey baggers, and that's why we find those. We search for them. Just like Netflix, we've seen heavy flow coming in on Netflix today. Got a nice push up. It was on the radar. So I mean, we're watching the hottest option stocks every day. Nvidia still bear flagging into this nine. It's not a perfect bear flag or anything, but under that nine, I gotta remain bearish when we're touching that nine like that. Unless we get above the nine, I could be bullish. You could see the big pullback here at market open. Then this thing ripped. Strong move today. Then it chopped around. You can see the weekly holding this weekly 20 here. Palantir trading in between the 9 and 20. Basically, just basically an inside bar today. Pendleton breaking to the upside. Nice push up. Closed over the 9. See if we can get a move up there. Plug, another decent move today, trading in between this 9 and 20. All right, so this is the Q's monthly chart, and we talked about this the other day. So we opened up under the 50-day or 50 monthly and pulling back, nines applying pressure. Big move down. This is not a healthy chart. We've lost a lot of levels on the Q's. The Q's, deals with tech, and that just tells us how our tech names are doing. Roblox, nice move today. We're closed at this right at this nine. I'm sorry, we closed at the 20. Nine's coming up, but I need to see it over that 20 or a move down. I would take a move down, but got to clear that resistance. We got to have room to make money. I can't say this enough that you need momentum to make money with options. Um, at least the way we trade options, and I'm just not interested in trading anything that's going to limit my wins. I like unlimited wins. Unfortunately, that can come with heavier losses, but you can only lose what you pay for it. And of course, risk management, I don't look at things like that. As soon as the trade does not, if you enter a trade and it doesn't do what you expect it to do, you should cut it. It's really that simple. Trading's really this simple. Trade's going to work or it's not going to work. If it works, make some money. If it doesn't work, you cut it. The second that trade doesn't do what you thought it was going to do, you should cut it. And I cut trades, trading SPX, I cut trades all the time, $10 down, and I'm in at the money, a $1,700 contract, and I'm cutting it at a $10 loss. And I do that because the trade didn't do what I expected. I know a lot of new traders are like, well, your account's big enough that you can trade unlimited and you can take all the trades you want. But the fact is, I still did that same stuff, and that's how I was able to get here instead of holding and hoping. So you can see the SPX. This is the fib levels. We're still holding this area right here. So this is the third week we've traded in this area. If we can get above this, we called the level out this morning. There's a level that we use in the Discord. If we can get above that level, look for a move up. Or we could look for a move down here as well. You can see the diamond still trading in between the 9 to 50 to 20. Just a lot of moving averages there. I'm not interested in that until it gets out of that moving average, until it gets out of that range. The SPY weekly, same thing as the SPX. You got three tight dojis there. And you can see the SPY here on the daily. This chart doesn't have the fib levels drawn, but we do have one, the same thing as the SPX. We have an old support level here, and you can see that it is working. Holding up below that, could be interested in some puts. You can see the SPY here. Just an awesome day to be a day trader. Whip down, provided some scalps, big move up, provided some opportunities. You can see this higher low right here. We called this out in the Discord. We got a big move down off from it. Put in this double bottom here, got a nice move up the end of the day. Now, of course, this is not a double bottom until your neckline's taken out, but I don't always wait for the confirmation of the pattern. I'm looking for a move and that's able to provide a move. You can see our trend charts for the SPY here. Short term turned bullish today. Square had a nice move today at market open as well. We had this on the radar. XLK still trading below that 9 there. Tesla, just not that. Uh, the weekly chart just not that healthy here. We've been able to call these moves down, traded on the inside bar today on the daily. You can see the intraday move. We did push up, putting it in this ascending triangle, and of course Tesla was on the radar. Uber, nice push up here, closed above the 20. Nine's turning up. MACD's trying to cross. Also coming off a little rounded bottom there. GDX, this is my personal favorite gold name to trade. So this breakout today, once again, was on volume, taking out this little ascending triangle on volume outside of the Bollinger Band. See if we get some follow through tomorrow. I did hold 10 SPY calls over tonight. I don't normally do that, but I did hold 10 over tonight. Let's see if we get a move up. If not, we'll cut them in the morning and be done with it. Wells Fargo, nice move here. Banks had a nice move today, gapped up, trying to push 9 and 20 above both. Nine's turning. You can see the 20 changing character. The 9 is turning up there. MACD is crossed on the banks. Walmart, you can see Walmart was able to close above the 9 yesterday, held it today with a hammer candle on the 9. XLF, the banks, you can see we gapped up there today. And ExxonMobil, you can see we broke out this small, rough ascending triangle and was able to push up. Even today, I was watching this. We did pull down below and was able to push up, but closed right there at the daily 9. Also, look where we found resistance at. So candles are important. And that concludes our video for today. Put to call ratio is still, oh, there we go. We are updated. So we did move back towards the bearish zone. So we come off of 99 this morning. We just barely got into the neutral zone. And today we have moved back up to the 112. And this is because I posted an article. This is because all this real heavy in the money, deep in the money, big put buying coming in. And that's why we are so bearish with our put to call ratio. Well, that concludes our video for tonight. I hope you can find this helpful. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the trading room.